Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I want to go over a few comps that I have been playing in 7.2. I'm going to show you a couple of these comps, but then I'm just going to go over other comps as well. So one of my favorite comps right now is Windwalker, Frost Mage, H Paladin. I'm showing you a game here against Shadow Priest, Balance Druid, ARCANE. Pretty much what we're going to be doing is going for triple CC, so look at that. We have a Paralyze into Leg Sweep onto the Shaman, a Sheep onto the Priest, a Silence onto the Cyclone that the Druid was tossing out. We have that triple CC right down that Gladius. Beautiful opener there. We get Trinket Swap, we get Wall from the Shaman, we get Earthen Shield Totem, we get quite a bit of cooldowns. And then from there, we can either go to Shadow Priest and force a dispersion. We can go back to the Shaman because he's playing Relentless. He has no Trinket, and he has no Wall, Earthen Shield, something like that. We probably don't want to go onto the Druid, but with this comp, guys, we're pretty much going for triple CC. We get a Sheep there, a Hush Sheep there onto the Shaman. We counterspell the Cyclone on the Druid. There's that triple CC once again, and we get the stuns onto the Priest to force that dispersion. So now the Priest has no Trinket, no Disperse, no Swap. The Shaman does have Link available, but he's playing Relentless, so it's not a guarantee that he's actually going to get that off. And we kind of just want to wait for our next go to ultimately end this game with some type of CC onto the Shaman, probably counterspell onto the Cyclone on the Druid, and a good amount of CC onto the Priest, a Leg Sweep into Fist, into like a Belf or something onto the Priest so that he can't get out. We'll see how this ends up playing out here in a few seconds after this Cyclone. I probably will toss my focus on over to Suchi, the Balanced Druid. I do that right now. We get a Paralyze onto the Shaman, a Silence onto that Cyclone, a double Leg Sweep onto the Shaman and to the Priest, followed by a Hajj. 100 to 0 kill there onto the Priest. So once again, there, guys, that triple CC, that's one of my favorite comps to play is Frost. It's always that triple CC go-oriented gameplay. If that sounds like you, if you want to try that out, definitely go for it. It's probably what I've done best with this season as a Frost Mage. And kind of why I wanted to do this video, guys, is because everyone is going to find a different comp that works for them. Everyone's going to like or enjoy the playstyle of a different composition, right? So right here, I'm playing with Thugonomics and Versace. We're doing Destro, Frost Mage, H Paladin. This is another comp that I've done decently well with. It's not, I wouldn't say it's one of the best comps right now, but you can definitely mess around with it. Just two things I wanted to note about this composition is that I'm playing Glacial Spike. So when I'm playing with a Windwalker, a lot of the times I like playing, or not a lot of times, all the times I like playing Comet Storm because we're very set up and go-oriented composition like we just talked about, and Glacial Spike is just way too slow. However, when I'm playing with a Destro Warlock, I love playing Glacial Spike. Okay, Glacial Spike is much better where you can kind of just sit back, relax, turret damage as much as you want, and with the Destro Lock, that is the name of the game. So with Destro Lock, I definitely like Glacial Spike. With probably like a Shadow Priest, I like Glacial Spike. Maybe even yeah, just more turtley comps where you sit back, more like caster comps, and it definitely depends what you're fighting against too. If you're fighting wizards, it's great because the game is going to be a lot slower, you're going to sit back, etc. If you're fighting people that are going to rush you down and kick you on cooldown, it might not be as great, you see. So when you're playing with the Destro, that's when I like playing with the Spike. So here we're playing big, and the second thing was my Warlock is playing Big Bolt, okay? He's not playing that Cremation spec where he kind of rots everything down. He's playing Big Chaos Bolt, okay? So we're going for big one-shots with our big Glacial Spikes, Ebon Bolts, Chaos Bolts, all over the place, right? We're going for not necessarily triple CC chains, but it's good when it does happen, but we don't necessarily need triple CC. Right here, we kind of have that triple CC, but we can always just kill it with a lockout on the Pally, a lockout on the Mage and Pally so we can't blink, or if he just has no blinks, with a big Glacial, big Chaos Bolt, one-shot the Mage, and the Warrior could even just be in a Frost Nova. Maybe the Warrior just doesn't have a kick up and he can't peel. So you don't actually need triple CC for this. It's more about just playing back, playing patient, not pushing in too much, because if you push in, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage because the enemy team can just line of sight. So sit back and kind of enjoy yourself while you're turreting down all the people, all the little ants down below. You're just pew-pew-pewing the whole game. What I like about this comp is that it's very unscripted. So like I talked about in the Windwalker Frost Mage, I love playing that comp. But the thing about it is that almost every single game is pretty close to the same. Whereas with a Destro, You don't have to get this triple CC, so a lot of people could argue that it's much easier. However, every game's different. This game, we could have killed the warrior. Like right here, the warrior's getting pretty low. We could have killed the mage. We could have killed the pally. Every game, it's just random, different stuff is happening, so it keeps it very interesting, very intriguing. Every game, you're like, oh, you know, let's one-shot this guy, let's one-shot this guy. You never know what's going to happen. So if you're the type of player that likes to just sit back, dampen, but kind of get surprise, crazy one-shot kills, but you don't necessarily want to set up this triple CC burst, this might be a fun comp for you to play. I do want to mention you could play with an Shaman, you could play with a Resto Druid. Right now we're playing with a Holy Pally, but I think any of the three work. I'm not sure what the best is. It's probably just dependent on what you're playing against. But yeah, this could definitely be pretty fun for you if you're the type of player that likes a little less setup, but a little more creativity in your comp. So yeah, go ahead and try out this comp if you want. Quickly, before hopping into this next game, I want to say that Shadow Priest Mage is definitely okay right now. It's not great. I haven't seen too much of it, but it could definitely be okay with a Holy Pally or even a Resto Druid, not with a Shaman. And then you can maybe play Rogue Frost Mage as well, RMD, Frost RMD. But I haven't seen too much of it, but all of these comps, guys, aren't amazing. They're just what you can kind of play right now, or what I've been playing as Frost in 7.2. Here we get a full figure out on the Pally into a double blink full sheep, Hodge onto the Mage with a Glacial Spike to finish him off, and the resheep there onto the Paladin to continue that CC chain. So that's it, guys. That's kind of that huge, crazy burst one-shot from the Frost and the Destro, my apologies, here in this game. And then hopping into this next game here in a second, I'm going to go over all of the Arcane comps that I kind of like to play. So I like to play those comps that I just mentioned as Frost and as Arcane. I kind of group it all into one style of gameplay that I really enjoy, and that is Resto Druid, Arcane, Melee. And that melee is any type of consistent pressure melee. I've tried it with a Feral, I've tried it with a Windwalker, I've tried it with a Arms or Fury Warrior, I've tried it with a Demon Hunter. As you guys know, it's one of my favorite comps right now. Demon Hunter, Arcane, Resto Druid. All of these comps, guys, are very viable. I don't know if any of them are like completely tier 1, like blow everything else out of the water, like top tier, but they're all pretty good. As you can see there, I blinked that trap there. I was pretty happy about that little blink trap play. I got to hold onto my ice block probably because of that. But yeah, guys, these are all comps that I really enjoy playing. And the play style of this style of comp, so whether it's with a Windwalker, Demon Hunter, whatever, is kind of just Paralyze or Imprison if you're playing with Demon Hunter, or Stormbolt or Fear if you're playing with a Warrior. If you're playing with a Druid, a Feral, you can like bash the healer. Some type of CC on the healer, some type of CC on the guy you're going on, and then bursting him down with that consistent Arcane one-shot action. So you're basically just living, playing to win. You don't have to sheep that much. You're just playing to live. And then after you live for a while, Arcane has some pretty crazy one-shot potential that you can go with. You don't have to sheep too much at all, actually, as Arcane, and you kind of just want to go for these crazy one-shots. And as you see here, the Ret is definitely in a good amount of trouble, and it looks like he's going to go down. Guys, if you like this video, if this kind of helped you decide what comp you want to play, or maybe gave you some ideas of what comp you want to play, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments below for what you guys want to see next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!